Hello everyone, and welcome to Elden Ring. We are finally here. We're finally at Elden Ring. It's been quite the journey that we've had to get to this point, and I get to finally share a day one, first time From Software experience with you guys. It's been awesome over the course of the past year and a bit playing Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, but we are finally here at Elden Ring. We still have to get to Demon Souls, but we'll do that another time because this is something special. I get to actually play a From Software game at the same time as all of you, and I'm so very excited. So sit back and relax. If you're watching me on day one, days, weeks, months, years after, welcome to Elden Ring. And thank you for joining me on this experience. I'm so very grateful to have you here. This is just going to be something truly special. I'm going to take my time. I want to be slow. I want to be methodical. I want to go through this and just give this just an amazing first time playthrough that I'm so excited to share and experience. So we're really not going to be rushing this one. I want to take it in. So I just want to set that expectation off the bat that we are going to try and explore as much as possible in an open world From Software game. And I'm so excited as to what that's going to look like. Now, I know bits and pieces about this game. I've reacted to some trailers on the channel to share that excitement and do that together with you guys. So I've reacted to a couple of trailers. I haven't watched the launch trailer or anything recent because you don't need to, because the game is so close and it's right here now. You know what I mean? I also played about an hour or so of the closed network test, and I didn't really get much time with that, or as much as I would have liked, unfortunately, just due to time constraints at the time. And also I'm grateful that I didn't fully explore a closed network test because I want to share more moments with you guys. So should we jump in? I think we should jump in. I'm so ready. New game. Let's go. Let's see what's available to us in the world of the lands between. We have our character base. Choosing our character. So it's character creation time. I'll have a fiddle around with this and obviously create something in good time. We'll make something good. We got the Vagabond. We can show the status of what they come with and what level they start. We've got the Warrior, the Hero, the Bandit, the Astrologer, the Prophet, the Samurai. Oh, the Samurai, the Prisoner, the Confessor, and the Wretch. Instantly appealing to go for the Samurai. Actually, I will state, all of these classes look amazing. The Prisoner looks so cool. God, I want to play all of them at once. Look at that. The Sekiro lover in me really wants to go as a Samurai. But I also really want to be the Prisoner. Oh, choices. Choices! It looks like the Samurai starts with a bow as well, with some arrows, as well as a shield. The Prisoner starts with a sword and what looks to be a staff. Oh man, the Confessor is so cool. Being like an Inquisitor, almost. Oh, naturally you've got your Wretch starting at the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, this is a tough choice. There's also one of these. There's also one that was in the closed network test, which is not here. And that does not surprise me at all, because that was one of the coolest looking classes and armor in the game that we've seen in a couple of trailers. I am really leaning towards Samurai or Prisoner. Genuinely. Look at that. Look at that. I can't resist almost, I have to. I have to. Don't you think? Oh, it's like you just want to, You really want to. I won't name it Wolf. Not yet. I'll come up with a name. Here we go. These are our descriptive choices. A knight exiled from their homeland to wander, a solid, armor-clad origin. A nomad warrior who fights wielding 2 blades at once, an origin of exceptional technique. A stalwart hero at home with a battle axe, descended from a Badlands chieftain. A dangerous bandit who strikes for weak points, excels at ranged combat with bows. So also a bow class. A scholar who reads fate in the stars, heir to the school of Glintstone sorcery. A seer ostracized for inauspicious prophecies, well versed in healing incantations. They've also changed the prophet's starting design as well. It used to have a wheel around the neck, so that's also changed. A capable fighter from the distant land of reeds, handy with katana and longbows. Oh wow, yeah. A prisoner bound in an iron mask, studied in Glintstone sorcery, having lived among the elite prior to sentencing. A church spy adept at covert operations, equally adept with a sword as they are with their incantations. And a poor, purposeless sod, naked as the day they were born. A nice club is all they have. That's just literally Griffith. I kinda love it. I kinda love it. Look at that mask. So good. And we get to choose a keepsake. No keepsake. The past has been well and truly left behind. A crimson amber medallion, inlaid with crimson amber, increases maximum HP. The gold of grace shining in the eyes of the people of the lands between, used to gain many runes. A golden seed washed ashore from the lands between, said to reinforce sacred flasks. Fanged imp ashes, the ashes of small diminutive golems. Sorry, ashes are said to hold spirits within. 3 strange cracked pots that somehow mend themselves, a container for certain thrown items. 2 stone keys shaped like swords. Break the seal on imp statues, but can only be used once. 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from the demigod Mequella. The demigod Mequella. I'm wondering how much I should be writing down. And I say writing down because I'm doing this for another game that I'm playing on the channel right now, Knights of the Old Republic. I have pen and paper. I have been taking notes to actually, and it's been helping, things to refer to, especially in games with a lot of deep lore, and I'm surprised I didn't adopt this earlier, but I really have been getting into it, and it's been so nice. So I'm going to be trying to write down some things, because we don't know what a FromSoft open world experience is going to be like, you know? I expect as cryptic and mysterious as ever, but in an open world setting. So we're going to get lost, and you have to be ready for that. We've got 5 pieces of boiled prawn. Hell yeah. Boosts physical damage negation. Always want a bit of seafood on us. And Shabriri's Woe, the crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out. Attracts enemies' aggression. Man, I almost want to bring something that just fits for my character type, you know what I mean? Like, a samurai would bring this with him. Or would he bring nothing? With the past being well and truly left behind. I feel like these keys might be better. Because you can, I don't know what imp statues are, but it seems like you will be able to get into places or get items or something from like using a key on a statue or get in somewhere. Container for thrown items, imp ashes, holding spirits within also seems kind of cool. Increasing some HP, seems like getting yourself a little bit of an edge. This one seems to make enemies even more aggressive towards you. But a bewitching branch, originating from the demigod Mequella, sounds nice. I'm looking to see if there was one that's like more of like a tied to like lore or story, wondering if there's anything that you should bring along for that purpose, like, you know, the old witch's ring type deal. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. What if we just keep the past well and truly behind us? Let's keep the past well and truly behind us. We're going to start with nothing. We can choose our base template. Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. Warrior, Truth Seeker. So okay, let's have a look at these. The Warrior, the most common face among the Tarnished. After all, they were all warriors once. The Truth Seeker, the face of an austere pilgrim. There are many roads to truth. The Aristocrat, a regal face found among those who claim noble blood in the lands between. The Loner, a face found among a proud and seclusive tribe of folk well versed in ancient legends and heresies alike. The Northerner, a face found among the hardy people of the unforgiving North. Some say they're descended from giants. It's the Nords from Skyrim. Seafarer, surfer boy, the face of one who wanders the seas in search of their home in the lands between. And a Reedlander, a face from the faraway isolated land of reeds, where blood is a familiar sight. A Draconian, wow, the stony face of the people of the ancient dragons, among whom life is typically short. The Night Folk, the features of those known as Night Folk, few in number, they were said to bleed silver long ago. Wow, werewolf boy. The face of the Newman, supposed descendants of denizens of another world, long-lived but seldom born. Oh, this is so cool. So I'm assuming, oh, this is our base template, but you can also choose to be Reedlander, which would fit in with my character that I've chosen. Although I do want to go into a detailed appearance. So I'm going to make my character now, and I'm going to show you the final result as I play around. But I will say, there is a beautiful... there's a beautiful focus on graphics here. Can you look at that? Look how beautiful our characters look. Graphics are insane. Let's make our character. I'll be with you in a moment. I will come up with a name, I will come up with a backstory, and I'll come up with my character's appearance. Okay, we have our character, Yamato, the samurai. And it's a play on the Japanese mythology name for Yamato no Orochi, which is a 8-tailed serpent dragon in a sense. So I've put a spin on that name to go with Yamato instead, carrying on the spirit of an 8-tailed serpent in his name. That's what he has been named after. And this is our character's face as well. There he is, withstained some battle damage in his time, going blind in his right eye, as a similar black swordsman, with some rugged and great facial features in the form of being bald and having facial hair. So we've got Yamato the samurai. That is what we're going with our katana and our longbow. We enter, or begin, our journey as a fellow Tarnished to the lands between. Let's start the game with this character. With Yamato. Let's go. See what we end up getting ourselves into.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
Look at this artwork.
The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
Look at that artwork.
A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will.
You spot the tiny horse?
Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all.
The Elden Ring!
Chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion. The loathsome dung-eater.
The loathsome dung-eater.
And Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Those are some character names, aren't they? That's fucking amazing. Wow. And us, the lowly Tarnished, apparently come into the mix as well with all these amazing names. Like, what the hell?
Whom grace would again bless.
We could only hope to be
A Tarnished of no renown.
Oh yeah, there you go. See, and also you. I just random Tarnished, yep.
Cross the fog to the lands between.
Hell yeah.
To stand before the Elden Ring.
Oh, Elden Ring. Those were some incredible character names.
The Elden Lord.
Guys, it's a From Software game. You gotta do the thing where you become the best boy. You gotta become the king of the land. The Elden Lord. That is one hell of an opening. The ring. We've got the ring gesture. Oh, it's actually happening, guys. We're here. That was one hell of an opening. I can't wait to look over all of that artwork, like, obsessively look over all of that artwork, because that looked gorgeous. Here we are. So we can switch between a sword and a longbow. So we have the ability to parry with our shield. And our skill, which is Mighty Shot, but it's currently grayed out. Do we have to put our sword away? Let's just quickly gloss over the controls. Which, by the way, I have only switched 2 buttons, which is A and Y. Because I was looking at the controls in the menu when adjusting my settings and making sure everything's all good. I want to use A for my selecting thing, and we'll use Y to jump. It's usually the other way around. So we got our gestures over here. Shall we put our ring gesture on? Oh, Elden Ring. Wonderful. The pouch has D-pad. But that's not down here. Is there a button that we need to press in the controls to make the pouch pop up where the D-pad is? Strong attack, attack, skill, guard, movement, crouch, jump, use item, backstep, event, action, move camera, reset camera. And then the D-pad is just switching stuff and switching items. There isn't a button that says to activate the pouch, though. Interestingly enough. I guess we will learn, won't we? Let's have a look at our inventory and what we've been given. Let's start by reading our memory of grace. The memory of first grace, which once guided bygone Tarnished to the lands between. Lose all runes and return to the last site of grace visited. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring. Become the Elden Lord. Dark Souls loves to do its cycles. And this is just a continuation of that same thing. So that's one of our tools. We've got a bunch of stuff like ashes, crafting materials, bolstering materials, key items, sorceries, incantations, ashes of war, melee armaments, ranged weapons and catalysts, arrows and bolts, shields, and then all of our armor at the same time. Talismans and info. Info's a new one. That's cool. Alright, let's take a look at what we've got. The Uji Katana. A katana with a long, single-edged curved blade, a unique weapon wielded by the samurai from the land of reeds. The blade, with its undulating design, boasts extraordinary sharpness, and its slash attacks cause blood loss. The skill is unsheath. Skill of swordsman from the land of reeds. Sheath the blade, holding it at the hip in a composed stance. Follow up with a normal or strong attack to perform a swift slash attack. Oh, it's an Ashina art. Wonderful. So good. The longbow, made to fire arrows over great distances. Compared to a short bow, arrows fired reach further and deal more damage. To use a bow, arrows must also be equipped. Now the skill is Mighty Shot. Archery skill performed from an oblique stance. Ready the bow, then pull the bowstring to its limit to enhance the power of the shot, penetrating the enemy's guard. Now we have 20 arrows, unremarkable in any way, shape or form, and also 10 fire arrows with the tip set alight. A red thorn round shield, which is a small wooden shield. It is light and easy to handle, but cannot offer the damage negation of a metal shield. Its emblem is an ancient thorn design. Though it isn't much, it boasts fire damage negation. Nice. A parry skill. Use this skill in time with a foe's melee attack to deflect it and break that foe's stance. This provides an opening to perform a critical hit. And here we have our Land of Reeds armor. Helm made from strips of iron fastened together, worn by warriors of the Land of Reeds. The Land of Reeds has long been locked in a miserable civil war, during which time it has remained alienated from the cultures of its neighbours. Little wonder that the entire nation has succumbed to blood-soaked madness, or so it is said. Okay, basically the same description on the armor. Wonderful. We've got our status menu, which shows everything that we've got, which is nice. We've got our system. We've got our equipment menu, which shows everything in here as well, which is our attribute scaling, attributes required, and passive effects. So the passive effects of our katana is it causes blood loss buildup, which is really nice. We've got our quick items, one of which being a Memory of Grace and a Talisman, which we can equip, so that's cool. We can also do the simple view if you want to equip stuff and see how your character looks when you take stuff off. There you go. Now we're just a wretch. We're a wretch with some weapons. Nice. Okay. Let's put our gear back on instead of stripping down naked. Let's have a look at this. Tarnished's Wizened Finger. It's an item for online play. We're currently playing offline. This game does have easy anti-cheat, which is really nice. But for now, I'm just going to start offline and see how I go in terms of switching between the two of them. Used to write messages. A finger of corpse wax, so emaciated the bone is visible. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Interesting. This is a recent death. This is someone was just killed here. Let's open our door. Wow. So something I will state is, you know, I did start the closed network test, and this starts completely different. So that's really exciting because it's Chapel of Anticipation. Everyone gather at the Chapel of Anticipation because we've been anticipating this game for the longest time. But yeah, this starts off in a completely different spot, so that's very good. Our camera controls. There you go. All right, guys, I need to get over to the lands between. Let's walk down here. Illusory wall, ready? First try. No. I don't even know if this game has illusory walls, but it's so similar to Dark Souls in its presentation that I wouldn't discount illusory walls from being a thing. I am playing on a PC, by the way. I did mention that, I think. I'm playing on PC. I might not have mentioned that. I'm playing on PC. At maximum settings, I have a 380 graphics card. And a Ryzen... I think Ryzen 7? I think I have a Ryzen 7. I'm not very good at PC specs, I'm sorry. But I've got a good rig. That's all I do know. And I'm running Elden Ring on max settings. So we'll see how performance goes, but it should be pretty sweet. So if you are just curious about like what I'm running it on, we're playing it on PC. Which is why I did, you know, mention the whole easy anti-cheat stuff, because you don't need that on console. Look at that tree! Look at this statue. This is... Why do I hear boss music? Grafted Scion. Hi! Oh, this is... Whoa! This is how I use the... Oh! Okay, I see. Hang on. If I lock onto it... Hang on. I want to use my sword. Whoa! Okay, let's use the sword instead. Hold on a minute. Let me just get my crazy dodge timing out of the way so I can... Holy shit. Whoa! Okay, well, I'm almost dead and I don't have any way to heal. So this is great. This is a great introduction to Elden Ring. Oh, wait. Oh. I lost all my health because I blocked. It's a script. Okay, it's a scripted... Okay, it's a scripted death. Guys, I got a couple of hits in. That's good. It's better than nothing, I suppose. What happens now? Dropped in a pit somewhere. That's fun. Don't you think it should have cut my arm off too, so I can wield a prosthetic tool? Dude, the visual presentation right now is nuts. Who's on the horse?
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side.
Ah, okay, it's her.
We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Okay, is she here to offer us a Honda Accord?
It does violate the Golden Order.
Even if it does violate the Golden Order. Golden Order. We're not allowed to be here. It breaks the rules. Interesting that she has popped up right here. Oh, this is great. Is she still here? Or did she just pop in just to take a look at us? And then she's just moved on with her life. She's like, alright, see you later. Yep, okay. Where are we? Where have we been dropped down into? Flask of Crimson Tears? Flask of Cerulean Tears. Okay. A sacred flask modelled after a golden holy chalice that was once graced by a tear of blessing. Filled with crimson tears, this flask restores HP with use. Rest at a site of grace to replenish. Look at the artwork for these items as well. That's so pretty. This one, the one washed up on the grave site was sure to die until this flask offered its gift of rejuvenation to seek the Elden Ring. This restores FP. Okay. Were we given this by the lady? Alright, it's very dark, but there's an item up there. I cannot see anything, however. Let's take a look over here. The Cave of Knowledge lies below. Oh. Hang on. I don't think there's any dialogue. Hang on. It's not voiced. Brave Tarnished, take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. So those echoes that we're hearing is like the voice of that spirit. Can I interact with this? Glowing object? No. Alright. To the Cave of Knowledge. Alright, I took some fall damage. Use item, switch item. Gotcha. There it is. So if we have the bow out and we press... Oh, that's cool. It's like a ready stance. So if we press left trigger, we ready the bow. And I guess if you lock on, you'll be able to use it that way. Or you can do your classic Dark Souls aiming. It's very clear to point out and establish that this is very much not a Dark Souls game in that storyline or that world, but it is a definitive, it's definitely a Souls game. It borrows and uses so much of Dark Souls in its sort of visuals and identity, which is certainly not a bad thing, but to compare it to, say, a Bloodborne or a Sekiro, which are very largely different, Sekiro being the most different, this is definitely a Dark Souls type experience, from inventory to our healing to FP specifically, building on the weapon arts of Dark Souls 3 to have these, what are they called in this game? Essentially just the skills, right? Is a definite Dark Souls thing here, you know? Sites of Grace. Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you've defeated will be revived. You can find Sites of Grace by going where light converges. And here's our bonfire. Let's touch Grace. Lost Grace discovered. And also like the text and the imagery and like UI, very, very Dark Souls in nature. So you can press left trigger to ready the bow. And then if you press right trigger, that uses the strong attack. Oh, I see. So it'll use... Right trigger will use the flame arrow, of which we have now wasted one, and RB will use the normal arrow. That's cool. And then we have to unequip and re-equip the sword to use it. That's cool. Alright, let's rest at our site of grace. It is the early day. You can pass the time. Look at your flasks. Use one golden seed to increase your number of flask uses, right? So the golden seed, as one of the starting items, was an increased flask usage. That's very useful. I love how the grace looks like a floating thing of like golden humanity, doesn't it? Use a sacred tear to increase the amount replenished by your flasks. Allocate flask charges. There you go. With this menu, you can allocate the number of uses in each of your flasks. So this is also a Dark Souls thing. 4 heals instead of FP. I think it's always good for the beginning, and then if I ever want more FP, I can just take it back another time. Because using parry does not use any FP. Mighty Shot probably does. And then I don't know how to use the skill for our katana yet. Which has the unsheath skill. Potentially if we just unequip this. Okay, now we can see that we can use unsheath as a skill. Which we're going to test that out now. Yeah, dude. Nice. Except instead of doing like the double slash, like the Ashina art in Sekiro, it's just one. That's cool. And you can do a light or a heavy attack. That's awesome. I like that a lot. I will definitely use the bow as well. But obviously those are limited arrows, so we'll save them for now while we get used to everything. Get absolutely wrecked. With the backstab. Oh god, okay. Parry timing, let's work it out. Let's work out parry timing in this game. Take me back to Sekiro where blocking and deflecting is the best. Oh god, I went too early again. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna start again. You get out of here. I'm gonna start again on this guy. LB with guard. Oh god. I fucked it. They're attacks! Oh. Alright, if that one's a guard, there's got to be a parry one in here somewhere. One that's specifically for parrying. No, this one's for dodging? Okay. You want me to dodge this one? Keep stabbing me, son. Oh, that's a different attack. Oh, that's also a different attack. Alright, hold on, let me heal. Yes! We got it. First try. First try, everyone. Awesome. And now I'm a master at it, clearly. Oh, hello up there. Oh, you're shooting at me. Okay. Hello! Oh, hang on. Acquire materials. Materials. In every corner of the lands between, you will find fruits and flowers, mushrooms and butterflies, and various other useful materials. These materials can be used for item crafting. We have the roa fruit. Okay. Oh, here's some more. Is there any other materials in this room? Doesn't look like it. Let's take a look in our inventory. The roa fruit. In a crafting material. Berry-like red fruits that grow in shrubs. Easily found everywhere in the lands between, has a wide variety of uses. Crafting's going to be a really interesting one. Oh, we got a shielded enemy. Wielding armaments. Oh, here we go. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. Armaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting strength by 50%. Oh, so to wield with 2 hands, you press A, and then LB and RB. Oh! That's how we get our pouch. Hang on a minute. Oh. Now I'm wielding two-handed. Okay. And we hold A to get the pouch. That's not listed in the controls. A is just event action, examine, open, etc. It doesn't say hold to open pouch or anything. Ichimonji. Let's go. Ichimonji! Break that stance. Visceral attack. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, so that's how you switch to two-hand. So does that mean if I put this bow back on and then I have the bow equipped, hold A, double hand, I can use unsheath. Perfect. Is there any point in potentially two-handing a bow? I don't... like... We can two-hand the bow. But I think you... This is just normal. This is how it is anyway when you have the bow equipped. Just experimenting to see what... Ah! Pressing a series of mistakes. Okay. Yeah, so this is normal, and then you hold it, and then... Yeah. And then it just puts the sword away. Cool. Alright, and then if I hold A and use this, that cancels the two-handedness for the bow and pulls my sword back out, and then holding A and doing RB then switches to the two-handed blade. Gotcha. Okay. Tutorial cave. The cave of knowledge. Alright, thrust attack, good. No Makiri counters in this game, baby. Was it a good choice to start as a samurai? We'll see. Will my love for Sekiro persevere through everything? Oh yes it will. Bows. Equip a bow to fire arrows. You can equip up to 2 types of arrows to choose from at once. When wielding a bow with 2 hands, LB for precision aiming. R to adjust your aim. Cool, yeah. Arrow type 1 and 2 and precision aiming. Alright, let's have a look. So we can now aim. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. I liked that. That was a powerful bow. That was a nice little arrow to the chest there. That felt good. Skills. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Oh my god, that's so cool. Crouching. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. What are you looking for there, sir? You looking for this sword up your ass? Because you're welcome. Ah, this is our tall grass. Da-da-da-da. Critical hit near a back-turned enemy. Perfect. Got him. Stance breaking. Hold right trigger for a charge attack. Right trigger roll jumping. Jump attack. Oh, right. Let's try a jump attack. Oh, dude! That's cool. Right, because... dedicated jump button. You know what? I will... Ah, cool. You can jump and do a light attack, but you want to do the strong one for the stance break. I wonder if I will end up switching jump back to A with that in mind. We'll see. Stakes of Marika. Sorry, Marika, I believe, sorry, pronunciation. Stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. That's cool. Okay. Ah, so a stake of Marika would be before a boss fight? Like before the wall, so you can choose to eliminate the run back? Soldier of Godric, yeah, there you go. Guard counters. You can perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break an enemy's stance. Immediately after blocking an attack, use the guard counter. I need my shield. Oh, that didn't work. That also didn't work. Tutorial boss, love to see it. Oh, well, your stance has been broken, sir. You've been defeated. I was trying to fuck around with that guard counter. Enemy felled. was trying to fuck around with that guard counter, but I was taking damage. We'll figure that out. Ooh, my stamina is not used outside of combat. Look at that. I can just keep running and attacking. I mean, attacking outside of combat is useless, but infinite sprint. That's cool. Ooh, I had a slight frame drop there for a moment. Strength gesture. And now we're back where we started. Wonderful. Cave of Knowledge complete. Ooh, another frame drop. Eee, couple of frame dips. That's okay. There was no frame dips in combat, which is the most important part. Just when I'm randomly walking instead. Makes sense. That was a nice tutorial segment. Really gave you some nice little bits of information there, and fully utilize our inventory. A see-through fog wall. Okay. Invisible walls. No? Okay. Probably the only useful thing about that I would use for going online would be to see if there were illusory walls. Cooperative multiplayer. Use Tarnished Furled Finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have been summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an ally for a Furled Finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner. Host of fingers. We got a Finger Severer and Tarnished's Furled Finger. Use when you have been summoned to another player's world to return to your own world. The Phantom Blade severs the link formed by a Furled Finger, but the maidens scorn those who abuse its use. A finger of corpse wax furled like a hook, a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Okay. Examine. Use stone sword key. Oh, so this is our imp thing to use a stone sword key on. So if I picked the stone sword key, would it reveal the path ahead? So that's what those are for? There you go. We've really just, by taking no gift, we've missed out on some things. I'm sure we'll get some keys and we can come back here and check that out. But for now, let's push forward. I do now recognize this area specifically, and the room just before it with the Cave of Knowledge. Like, this is the area that you start in the CNT. So the very beginning is different, but then this is familiar. Checking if we've got any illusory walls. You got to do it. I guess also it's a good idea to also press A on the walls, because you don't know if it's going to have a Dark Souls 1 to 3 approach or a Dark Souls 2 approach. Who knows? No walls. We will take the lift. Oh, this is our map menu. With the map menu, you can check your current position and terrain and buildings in the surrounding area. You can also freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. Lastly, through your map, you can select any site of grace that you've discovered and travel there instantaneously. However, there are some dungeons and other areas where this cannot be done. The Stranded Graveyard and the Cave of Knowledge. Oh wow, you can just travel from the map as well. Look at that. So I can just travel Cave of Knowledge, Stranded Graveyard. Just travel whenever you want. That's cool. Illusory wall? Alright, we won't do that for now. Do we have gestures on, like, shortcuts? I think you just have to go into the start menu to do your gestures. So we have a gesture that is strength. Where's the strength one? Jump for joy, wave, running quite strength. There it is. Do this gesture. Strength. Wonderful. Fit for a samurai. Open. What a strong man. Limgrave. Wow. Look at this, guys. This game is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Are you ready to get lost in the lands between with me? Because I'm ready to get lost. Item. What is this? Acquire materials. Alright, yeah, that's just going to be... Ah, you know what? Look at that. The fruit is common. It's just there to be picked up. There's a bunch of it. Nice. Examine. Summoning pools. In each area, you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. We have a small golden effigy. In cooperative multiplayer, your objective will be to defeat the area boss of the world in which you were summoned. Okay. Look at that big boy over there. Wow, look at the color scheme of the sky. That's crazy. I can't wait to get my binoculars. Touch Grace, and we've got a person. Lost Grace discovered. Guidance of Grace. Grace exists to guide the Tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of Grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. So we have a idea... Ah, there you go. Okay, we have an idea of which direction we should head in. Map. Map. That's big. How big is this map going to be? Because currently we're in a square, but if we can zoom out even further, how fucking big is this map going to be? Because that's only a tiny segment. Wow. Everything is so beautiful. The map. Use your map to check your current position, as well as the terrain and surrounding structures. You can update your map with new information by finding map fragments at steels along the road. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. The beacons of light to serve as landmarks is very neat. That's great. So if I just chuck a little beacon right over there, there it is! Beacon of light. I can just mark shit out. And then I can remove it. Nice. Hello there, sir.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
An invitation to the Round Table.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Varré.
Varré.
Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Okay.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly. To Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
Godric the Grafted. Godric the Grafted. Okay. So that soldier that we defeated the tutorial boss in the Cave of Wonders was a soldier of Godric. So Godric the Grafted. Because I was looking at here before when I saw that name pop up of Soldier of Godric, because I was looking at the names that I managed to write down in that cutscene, and I thought it was the same, but that's Godwyn. Godwyn the Golden and Godric. Guys, Godwyn? Gwyn? What do you reckon? Any similarities there? They just put God in it instead.
It's time you set off, I should think. To Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where grace would guide you. If you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
Seeking the Elden Ring, that's why I'm here. Castle Stormvale is where the game wants us to go. But you know where I want to go? Anywhere I want.
It's time you to castles if you...
Castle Stormvale, okay. Oh, there's the moon. Look at that. That moon is massive. I mean, that tree is massive. This guy on the horse is massive. Everything's massive. Ooh. Alright, bunch of materials. That is a skull. You know what? It might be a good idea to get used to having jump on A. I think for combat, having the jump on A might actually be a good choice. I'm going to switch them back. And we'll see how we go. I'm going to really just have to adjust and get used to having Y be my event action. Yeah. I think if I'm going to be sprinting, it's easier for me to sprint and press A than sprint and press Y. Birds! Oh shit. Spicy birds down there. Flight pinion. You're going to have to get used to me jumping a lot by accident when I go to press OK. So prepare yourself. Crafting material, flight pinion. Flight feather of birds, materials for crafting items. Commonly used for arrow fletchings. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Look at these guys down here. Let's do a drop attack. I can't lock onto it yet, because it's just chilling. There we go. I mean, that slightly worked. Its head was glitched into me. Look at these giant bats. Look at their faces. Oh my god. Open world! Oh god. The world is my oyster! Oh god. Oh, this... Vanquishing enemy groups. Vanquishing an enemy group will replenish your flasks. Oh, nice. The number and type of flask to be replenished varies depending on the enemy group. You cannot replenish more flasks than your maximum amount allows. Oh, hello, bug. You're now dead. Do not test me, bug. So if you defeat a group of enemies, you can get more flask stuff. Am noticing some subtle frame drops here and there, but it's nothing that's like killing me. But I will monitor it and we'll see how we go. It's happening here and there. Thin beast bones. I guess that's another crafting material. Oh god, almost fell. Better to get used to this now. Pressing Y to do okay than later on. Physics! Oh, nice. Acquire materials. Mushroom. Nice. Oh man, I'm gonna get so lost, and this is gonna be all documented for us to explore. I was under the impression, because there was the day 1 patch 1.02, which did state that it was fixing some frame rate issues at points. Unfortunately, it looks like those are still happening. What the fuck? What the hell's this? I can't even interact with this thing. What is that? Why is there just a random skull? I can't pick it up. Giant glowing skull? What is that? I can't lock onto it. I can't interact with it. Oh! Oh! I just jumped on it. A golden rune. Okay, if you see a skull floating there, jump on it. Herba. Alright, let's have a look. Is this all crafting materials, what we've just picked up? Pretty much. Herbs. Common medicinal plant. Fungal growth. Thick, spongy flesh. A key component in throwing pots. Commonly used to make disposable weapons. A smithing stone, which strengthens armaments up to +3. Smithing stone is found throughout the lands between, and mining galleries built to excavate it can be found everywhere. And then we got... I guess it's not a piece of it. Ooh. Oh, this is the info. Okay, this is all the tutorial stuff. That makes sense. And here's our golden rune, used to gain a small number of runes. Runes are nourishment for the development of any Tarnished, provided a finger maiden can be found. We're going to need to have our waifu so we can level up. Okay, so we're finding a bunch of crafting materials. I think that it's very important that we document all of our exploration and getting lost in this world, because there's a lot to discover, guys. There's a lot of just skulls everywhere, and it makes me wonder if all of them will have items in it or not. Or whether it's only the ones that are glowing. Yeah, just jump on them, I guess. Turtle. Yeah, okay, you can just break bones. Look how detailed the world is, though. It's gorgeous. Tortoise. Hello. Do you attack? Are you friend? Can I ride you into battle? Mount Tortoise. No, I can't. Ugh. Okay, I need to see what you have. Oh, I can't backstab you. Oh, the bleeding, though. Oh, the bleeding. Oh, turtleneck meat. That looks like something else. Strip of white flesh. Oh. Poor boy. Alright, that bleed on the sword was awesome. Is this a statue of Marika? Like a broken one? Oh! Bug. Way! Hey. Rune fragment. Great dragonfly head. Oh man, we Dragon burnt ruins. Oh no, not Dark Souls dogs! Not Dark Souls dogs! Oh, these guys have hair. Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna die. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, you guys are... Whoa! You're scrappy fellows, aren't you? This one's stronger than I expected. Oh! Okay, hold on. I'm really just gonna get killed by dogs again, aren't I? I'm always getting killed by Dark Souls dogs. Look how scruffy they are. That's disgusting. It would be such a pain to groom. Look at their fur. Oh, they got a cool collar though. That design's neat. You know what From Software games don't have, which they should have had since the beginning of time? A bestiary. I want to just, like, when you kill an enemy, you go in here and you open up something, and it's like, here's your little book. Here's your little book that gives you, like, imagery on all of the enemies you've killed so far, and you can view their 3D models and stuff. Trina's Lily. Everything is so new and exciting right now. Exceedingly rare to find. Okay. A light purple water lily that is on the verge of wilting. A symbol of faith in Saint Trina dulls the senses, preventing agitation. Long believed to have the ability to neutralize poisons. Nice. Crafting antidotes. Strip of white flesh. The dried meat toughens the constitution, boosting resistance. It's known for its long-lasting effect. A splendid, lengthy cut of turtleneck meat. Considered an especially nutritious ingredient in the south of the lands between. Guys, it's a bonfire. Shall we rest up? Oh, smoldering butterfly. Hang on. Smoldering butterfly. Found near wildfires and elsewhere. An eternally burning butterfly found near wildfires and elsewhere. Serves as the kindling for a number of items. Oh, you can see the butterflies flying above the fire. Oh, the change of weather. Now that it's raining too. And the cloud, the sky changes to reflect that. Oh, that's good. Let's go down here. How dare we not go where we're supposed to? Oh, God. Some things never change, do they? You plague-ridden rat! And I'm dead. Down's finished. Away! 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 Alright. Ah! Alright. Where is the steak of Marika? Where's the steak? I'm hungry. I genuinely am starving. I'm gonna eat so good after this. Food can wait. Elden Ring is now. It is! It is a steak. Juicy steak. Upon dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. You will drop any runes in your possession at the site of your death. If you die again before reclaiming those runes, they will be lost forever. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the lost runes. It does indeed. Alright, so that is a steak. Oh, that's much better. Keeping you in an area that you're in. And I guess when you enter an area like this, it looks like the location. Oh god, I'm stuck on a box. The location is like a smaller... Oh, my stance was broken. The location name that pops up is like smaller, I guess, to like establish that this is like not a main area, I suppose. Alright, see you later, guys. I'm gonna go get my runes and attack some rats and not die this time. At least it's not like... Hopefully it's not like Bloodborne, where enemies can steal your runes, like how they steal your blood echoes. Can't believe I died against some rats. Happens to the best of us. Oh, cool. I've taken out a group, so I get a flask. Right, that's how that works. I need a torch as well. I would like a torch, please. I'd also like to know if we have illusory walls. That's a door. I suppose illusory walls would kind of stand out a little bit if they were a thing. We'll see. Open sesame! Oh, we got a chest. Nice. Let's have a look. What you got for me? Ensnared in a transporter trap. What the fuck? Transporter trap? Great. So you don't have to worry about mimics, but worry about magic smoke that transports you somewhere. Where the hell am I? Celia Crystal Tunnel? What the fuck? Is this gonna transport me back, you think? The other chest? I won't open it yet, just in case. Hi? Whoa. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! What the fuck was that? Alright, I'm running. I'm stressed. What the fuck is that? What the fuck are you? Why are you so strong? What the fuck? What the hell is that? What is that? Look at all of its legs and arms and appendages. Look at those stick boys. They're strong. Oh, my runes are there. What the fuck? Okay. Well, that was fun. Gotta watch out for those. Okay. Alright. Where am I? Oh, wow. This is where we stay, huh? I'm stuck here now. I need to get my runes. Look at what they're doing. Yeah, they're so strong. What the fuck? Alright, what the hell is this? Oh! Oh! Ah! I'm still alive! I'm still in! Oh! Ah! Stop! Cease attacking! Okay. Okay. Backstab. Oh my god, the backstab does not even do fucking damage. What the hell is going on? I acquired a cracked crystal. I'm leaving! I'm fucking leaving! The summoning pool is now functional, even though I'm offline, so it doesn't make sense. Ah! Dude, hitting it literally... Hang on, where are my runes? Didn't I pick them up? Oh no! I pressed A on the runes instead of Y. See, I'm going to make this mistake a lot because I'm going to like sprint over it and press A, and then I end up jumping, and I didn't even realize I didn't get my runes. Well, they're gone. That's okay. We live and we learn. We are now stuck in Crystal Cave Purgatory. This is what happens when you don't go to Stormvale Castle. You get trapped in the Celia Crystal Tunnel. Yeah, dude, hitting them, like... What the fuck? Okay, when I hit them, it, like, bounces me back. Like, fucks me up. I'm trying to see if I can backstab you. There we go. How many runes will these give me, you reckon? Oh my god. Oh my god. They have little light lanterns. Can I have one of those? I want a light lantern. Okay, crystal wizards. Little crystal druid people in caves. Hey guys, I don't think we should be here. This is a little bit off the beaten path. Should we make a note of this on the map? Actually, should I open the map? We have a map. Where are we? Where the fuck are we? Oh, what the fuck? We're all the way over here. Celia Crystal Tunnel. Okay. Will this take us back? Oh no, this is actual. Gravity Stone Fan. Okay. Gravity Stone Chunk. Okay, so that's not a trap. Wonderful. Okay, I think strong attack is the way to go. Strong attack doesn't give me a thing. And then back attack. And then strong attack. And we win. Nice. Okay. Victory is mine. I'm now the king of this game. Now, I can travel, right? I can just leave? The first step? You have been trapped. You cannot travel to sites of grace until you rest at one. Hence what those X's are underneath our stamina bar. Great! Okay, I'm trapped in Crystal Cave Hell. Ah! I keep forgetting about that. Look at those things. What the... Where the fuck... You are trapped. Thanks. Thank you, Elden Ring. Find your own way out. Alright, I've got to find my way to a side of grace. We're going to run out of here. I just literally got transported to a corner of the map. So that's exciting. Everyone else going to Stormvale Castle or running off to explore. And I'm trapped in a... Here we go. I'm trapped in a crystal cave. Alright guys, please leave me be. I didn't mean to interrupt your pleasant mining activities. So these guys are mining materials, which I can also grab. Oh god, but these guys have a thing, and I am scared of it. Okay. Oh, look at the frame. Oh, look at the frames when I run past this very specific spot. That very specific spot. Is there an enemy down here? I can hear footsteps. Okay. That's fun. Let's find a site of grace, otherwise I'm trapped in here. Ah, cool. There it is! We have our site of grace. We're fine. Everything is now fine. We can relax. Rot grease. Oh yeah, we've picked up some cool stuff. Let's have a look. Alright, we're no longer trapped, guys. Yay! We can get out of here. It's now in the morning. Okay. So, let's have a look at some new stuff that we got. We got Ruined Fragment. These shards of stone are believed to have once been a part of a temple in the sky. They glow faint. They glow with a faint light from within. A temple in the sky. I'm going to write that down. Temple in the sky. Is this game about to go Bloodborne on us? Are we about to go to the cosmos? Gravity Stone Fan. The desperate ones who scavenge for these shards dub themselves Star Callers. Shard of rock found in the wake of a meteorite strike. It is imbued with a particularly weighty magic, so it uses FP to emit a gravitational shockwave. And a chunk. A gravitational explosion. So we can throw these. Rot grease. Solidified grease made from a mixture of rotten materials. Coats armament, inflicting scarlet rot. The effect lasts only for a short time. Oh, so this is like using like the stuff on your sword to like do flame damage and bolt damage, all that kind of stuff, but it's a rotten version. Scarlet rot. What the fuck is going on in this game? Cracked crystal. Widely found in crystal tunnels. Okay. Oh, I'm so curious. I know I'm not supposed to be here. I'm so curious. Whoa. Okay, Bloodborne. I'm like at Fishing Hamlet right now. This is like Cursed Fishing Hamlet. What is that? Cursed Fishing Hamlet / Nightmare Frontier. Oh god, it's an enemy. Faded Erdleaf Flower. Alright, what are you excreting? What are you gassing out of you? What even are you? Oh god, look at that health. Oh cool, we can do bleeding. Oh, it's doing something. Would it potentially be scarlet? What is it? The scarlet rot, maybe? It's red. Guess you'll never know until you get attacked by it. Get bled upon. Ooh! 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 Quick, go for the butthole. Yes. Critical strike. Sword in the butthole. Nice. We got one. We got 500 runes. I need to get my runes back. Now we just take on weirdly strong enemies. Ooh! What the fuck's happening down here? Whoa! What the fuck are you? I got a poison armament. What the fuck is that? Ah! Ah, I'm stuck! How many arms do they have? What the fuck? Haha, stance broken. They're literally like wooden... What the fuck? They're literally like wooden constructions with multiple arms. A cuckoo glintstone. Uses FP to produce a magic bolt. Lump of broken glintstone enwreathed with a magic power. A faux sorcery used by Knights of the Cuckoo. Craftable item. Launched straight ahead using FP. A magic bolt springs forth from the point of impact. Fuck me. So if I go into equipment and go into here, do one of these things. Let's do that, because we have 6 of them. And then if I use this and this thing... yeah! Ah, I see. Get bled upon. Oh, shit, shit, shit! Oh, it is Scarlet Rot. And we're dead. Okay, it is Scarlet Rot. We died. Alright, look, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get my runes and I'm gonna leave, because we're definitely not supposed to be there. we're fucking around now, and I need to get back on track. Otherwise, this is gonna be a completely unhinged and ridiculous adventure into wherever the fuck this is, against giant farting balls of rot and fucking wood puppets. Like, what the hell is going on? Give me these and I'm getting out of here. Oh god! Wooden puppet squad. Wooden puppet squad. I don't want a bar of it. But look over there. It looks so enticing. I just want to know. I need to get stronger before I come back here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of this in this playthrough. There's going to be a lot of, I want to go over there so bad, but I get wrecked if I even dare to tread these lands. Let's leave. Let's get out of here. Let's rest at Side of Grace. Okay, actually I don't need to do that, do I? It's all here. Take me back to... take me back to the first step. Wait. I can't travel to a Side of Grace from this location? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. How the fuck do I get out? So this is Limgrave and this is Caelid. How the fuck do I get out of here? Oh no. I'm trapped, but now I can't travel. Oh no. Okay guys, welcome to my Elden Ring adventure. I'm not in Limgrave, I'm in Caelid. I'm in hell! I'm in hell! Can we swim? Swamp of Aeonia! I can't swim because it causes scarlet rot. Guys, I miss Sekiro where we could swim. Where am I? If you get rot, you end up... Oh no! It's... Oh no. Oh no. You get slowed and now I'm covered in the shit. Who's this unfortunate sod? A rune arc. Oh, arrows. Oh no. Okay, hang on. I need to get back to surface if I'm gonna die. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I think that's a Side of Grace with light. Oh, that's gonna take me into the... where I need to go. Oh god, I'm being chased by wooden things. I can hear them. Oh god. Oh god! Stop by the shack. Touch the grace. Oh, look at that thing. Lost grace discovered. Quick, rest at the thing. I can't rest at the thing anymore. Ah! The town of sorcery. I'm dead. Look at that thing with a big head. No, I died. I'm in Caelid, the town of sorcery. How do I get out of here? Stake of Marika? Where's that? Where's the stake? Where's the stake? I didn't see a stake. I didn't really see much of anything. Look at those things. Guys, I've done this to myself. I'm in Celia, the town of sorcery. What have I done? Oh no. What have I done? The Celia Understair. The light's going that way. There's the tree. What have I done? I've totally derailed my whole fucking game. I have to... I'll have to start again. Alright, that's one of those things. Oh god, they just appear out of nowhere. Oh no. And they've got fucking sorceries and they're invisible. I'm in a town of sorcery! Oh no! What have I done? What have I done? All my runes! Miyazaki! Why'd you do this to me? Oh no, Elden Ring punishes you if you decide to not go the way that you're supposed to. Oh no. Oh, I should have looked at... I forgot. My compass points to where my runes are, doesn't it? That's what I had to do when I died. Alright, fucking... Wait a minute. Let's go this way. Now let's go this way. Is this going to be any different? What's this way? What the fuck is that? That's a giant wolf head. What the hell is that? Hi. Neck so long you've got 3 collars. Oh. Ah! I'm literally in hell. I thought I was playing Elden Ring and I ended up in Bloodborne. Oh no. Oh, hang on. Oh, cool. Now I'm at this side of Grace again. Great. Stop by the shack beyond the southern gate. Who are you? Because this is a offline message. The Swamp of Aeonia. The town of sorcery. The light wants me to go this way. The game wants me to go that way. Summoning spirits. With a spirit calling bell, you can use ashes to summon various spirits. Oh, so that's another one of the starting items, I think. You can only summon one type of spirit at a time. You cannot summon spirits during multiplayer. Rotten stray ashes. Great, another dog. Hello. Oh god, and you do rotting damage. Right. Get bled upon. Oh my god. I'm playing a Sekiro character and I'm walking around fucking Nightmare Frontier in Sekiro. I mean in Bloodborne. While I thought I was playing Elden Ring. Alright, I'm in Caelid now. I messed up, guys. I've made a mistake. And so the light, when I open this map, wants me to go that way. Ah, hang on. Maybe I just need to get onto this road. Get onto the path. But that's up there. Oh no, because this is this. This is where we came from. Okay, maybe the way out is in here. And not out here. But look, there's a path. It might be able to take me back home. I'll just run on home. I didn't even think it was possible to fuck up this badly. But I did it. Oh no, guys. I got teleported. I got teleported. And then trapped. And now I'm screwed. And I've lost so many runes by being a fucking idiot. What is that? Smithing stone. Nice. Alright, let's just quickly run around in here and avoid dying. Hello, sorry to just... Alright, give me this. Give me this. I'm gonna steal all your crystals. Oh god, that pissed you off. Oh god, it pissed you off because I stole your crystals. I'm sorry! Okay, if you just let them mine their crystals, they'll be fine, I guess. I can't get through there. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just gonna look around here like a madman real quick. Hold on. Okay, don't do that. Oh, I fell down. There's more materials here for me. I got nothing to lose at this point, do I? Nothing to lose. Oh god. Nothing to lose. Smithing stone! I'm stuck. Oh god. Oh god, I thought this could have been a path. It's not a path! I survived that fall! Holy shit. Alright, I got another rune arc. I don't even know what that is yet, because I forgot to look at it last time I was here. Okay. Done. I've looted that area a bit more than last time. Okay, what's a rune arc? Grants the blessing of an equipped great rune upon use. It is said that the lower arc of the Elden Ring receive its bounty, and this is a shard of one such arc. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Even now, runes are still imbued with the power of life itself. Do you see the Erd tree towering over? Oh, yes, the Erd tree. Rotten stray ashes. Spirit of a stray dog corrupted by the scarlet rot. Though it is only a small creature, it is as violent as it is nimble, and its fangs fester with poisonous rot. A bigger smithing stone. Mined near the foot of the Erd tree, these stones are said to have been used to bolster the strength of the royal forces. Strengthens armaments up to plus 15. Alright. Man, I sure would love to go home. I sure would like to be back at Limgrave. I've literally just destroyed my whole entire game. So I think if I go through here, I should be able to run back here to the Dragonburnt Ruins. I was really hoping that that chest that I opened would have been a way for me to just teleport back. Well, for those of you that went the way that you're supposed to Stormvale Castle, I commend you, because I messed up. So, maybe that's like the light going to this way. Maybe I'm reading the light on the map backwards. Hang on, that's a flying thing. There's a flying thing. Avoid the flying thing. Where's the flying thing? Oh my god. Get bled upon and stance broken and fucking teabagged. Get wrecked. Okay, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe the light, because it looks like it's like goes to a point and it goes that way, but maybe it's that way instead. But then that doesn't make sense, because on this side, no, it is to a point. It wants me to go the other way. This game is scary. I'm doing great. Positive affirmations. Oh god. Alright, how strong are you? Can I make you bleed? Yes, you can stance break a ghost with a big head. Why do they have big heads? What is that? Oh god. Oh! That went around the corner. Alright, hold on. Oh, he's gonna smite me with his book. Alright, what is this? It's like a... I mean, it looks like it would be... Oh, fucking hell. Oh, no! Giant sword. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? At least we can attack these ones. Imagine if this was like Dark Souls 1 ghosts and I needed an item to do damage to them. Glintstone Firefly. Alright, where am I on the map? Oh god, I'm making no progress in the direction that I want to be. This is nice, this is light, this is warm. Golden seed. Oh, a golden seed! Isn't that's like a thing that I need to get more things, right? Are these like seals? Do I need to have magic to like break a seal to be able to like progress through? Oh god. I didn't take any fall damage then. I'm just being chased by things. How do we get through these? Because these look like doorways that are like sealed with something. So guys, how's your Elden Ring playthrough going? How's your first day in the Lands Between going? I've made a mistake in mine. Do I have to start again? Can I even get back home, dude? Oh god. A Conian butterfly. I hate that they're all just invisible and they're just waiting for me to just run into them. Quick, choose this path. Let me escape this town. Oh! Oh! Ah! How do I get out? Ah! I wish to leave. Fuck, I wish to leave. I can't go home. I cannot go home. Ah! I no longer have the... Wait a minute. I have the Stake of Marika symbol. I no longer... Hey, wait a minute. I no longer have the trapped... I no longer have the trapped thing. Can I travel? Oh, I can travel. Okay, what the fuck happened? Why can I now... I can travel all of a sudden. Yes, get me the fuck out of here. Oh, I can travel now. Thank you. Look, it's Gale. I can travel now. Oh. Oh. Mate, what's your name? Varré. You're never gonna believe what I just did.
It's time you set off, I should think.
I did set off, but I totally ignored you, and I've paid the price. Oh my god, I need to rest at this side of grace. Oh, I never want to go back to Caelid again until I am much, much stronger. Alright, don't go over there. Hey guys, just a word of advice. Don't go over there. It's terrifying over there. It's literally the Bloodborne corner. Oh god, okay, so there's a big dude on a horse. Alright, these are more my style. Yeah, there we go. You're much more my style. Let's take you out instead. Big horseman's gonna fuck me. Somersaulting roly-poly goats. Nice. That's a sight. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Budding horn. Nice. Alright. Are we attacking this thing? How soon is it to recognize that we are totally screwed? Oh god, hello. Oh god, he's just staring at me. He's just staring me down. Okay, sorry. Oh, it's a skull thing. Crush it. It's not glowing though. This one's not glowing. Oh god, it's just staring at me. Dude on the horse is just staring at me. He's just standing there, menacingly. Oh, missed my chance for that. Alright, can we get a stealth kill? This is fine. This is fine. I'm gonna stab your horse in the butt. Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work. Oh god. Hi. Ugh. We have the advantage. Just stay up close. He can't get us when we're right in front of him. Tree Sentinel. Whoa! Whoa, okay, bud. Oh, those frame drops. Oh, he bled! Made them... Whoa! How did I survive? How did I survive that? Holy shit. And I'm dead. How did I survive? Woo! He just slammed into the ground. You died. I got him to almost half health. First boss. Limgrave. Okay. Fight him when you have nothing to lose, and then we're fine. Okay. The bow could be nice, and so I don't think we're going to be able to block his attack successfully. We also can't get like a... I don't think we can get like a sneak attack. Maybe I can do like a charged ability instead. The tree sentinel. Guys, I'm obviously losing because of the frame rate drops. Whoa! Oh god, okay. He was much more active that time. Okay. 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 First time against a boss is always when your performance is the best. You're just running off that first time adrenaline, aren't you? And then the second time is always the most atrocious attempt ever. It's always such a weird thing with this game, isn't it? With a From Software game, is your second attempt is just embarrassing. All right, he caught on to us much quicker that time. Oh shit! Don't look at me. I'm over here. I'm innocent in this tale. No, stop. No. You don't know whom. You don't know me. Okay, you know me. I'm gonna just hide on this rock. Oh, never mind. That's probably a bad idea. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh, God. Oh, you smacked me. Oh, God. Hello, Tree Sentinel. Oh! Okay, that took a long time to pull that bow back. Probably not the best idea. I could fight him from a distance, but I probably need more arrows than that. I probably need more arrows, I think. Okay. I'm not going to use the bow. Instead, I will two-hand my weapon. Let's do two hands. And also I need to remember that I need to hold Y to do two hands now instead of holding A, because I switched those buttons back around. Stealth. Oh god, I mean it did something. Not a lot. Ah! I can't see. Oh! Ah. Oops. Oh, the bleeding though. Okay. So he responds to the bleeding by smacking the ground, which is like an AoE slam ground pound move. Okay. Look at this guy. Holy shit. Hello? Dude, these loading screens are showing too much. I want to disable them. I don't even want to look at that thing. That was awesome. What the fuck? Do we fight it or do we make friends with it? Of course we're going to fight it. Alright. I think this fight is doable. I'm just a little too buck wild right now. Probably not approaching this the best way, you know? Oh, I need to use one of those seeds that I picked up so I can get an extra health. That would be a good idea. Ichimonji. Oh, okay. He attacked me exactly where I was stood. I've already accepted I was going to lose there. That's why I didn't heal. I don't think the, like, obviously the frame rate drops aren't a problem or leading to my death. I'm dying because he's powerful and I'm making mistakes, but I will mention that they're a little bit distracting in fighting. I wonder if that is a PC-only thing, or whether this is across the board in terms of console and PC. You know what could be a good idea to do in equipment is to also try out these things. Oh, I could also do rock grease. I'm curious to try these things and wonder what they'll be like. Oops. Don't look at me, you don't know me. Make the gravity stone chunk. It's like the frame rate drops it in this area specifically, because it's not even in the fight when it's happening. Oops. Okay, I fucked up there. Yep, sure. Okay. He just dived into me using that item, so that takes way too long. I think he's too much of a mobile enemy for me to do anything about that. Wow. I just know that there are people who would probably be like having so many different approaches to this game, of like people that would just be like trying to like push through as much content as possible and just taking the recommended path, and people who just want to explore and do as much as possible, and then people who want to make it as hard as possible. This game oh god, he just came straight for me. This game seems to cater to a lot of like different play styles, which is awesome. Whoa, 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 stance broken. Stance broken. But I missed it. Yeah, look at that. That's huge. Okay. Did that just kill me in one hit? No, it didn't. That did. What the fuck was that? Okay. He just gets so much more aggressive all of a sudden. That fucking shield does way too much. Damn it. So we broke his stance. I could have gotten a visceral attack. But we also got the bleed. I don't know if that was because of the stance break. Like, I don't know if we were supposed to do like a critical hit animation there. I mean, it still worked out. We did a lot of damage. Samurai takes on Tree Sentinel. So, okay, sometimes he just spots you immediately. Oh, what? I'm still alive? What the fuck? I thought I was dead. I'd accepted my fate at that point. Guys, that was the best attempt yet. Flawless. Flawless victory. Okay. Tree Sentinel. We got this. We've gotten him to half health. God, I haven't had to hold B to sprint in the longest time because of Sekiro, that I forget how much it hurts my finger to like curl my finger around to like sprint and move my camera around at the same time. Okay. It's very interesting how this guy's body moves to still hit me sometimes. Okay, these frame drops are something else. Oh, yep. Gotta watch out for that. Sir. Here we go. Okay, no. Alright, I'm confused. I'm confused. There's definitely a position that I need to stand for that stance attack. And I'm not standing in the right spot. I have assumed that it would be standing right in front of the horse, but maybe I need to stand somewhere else. Oh, the fucking shield. We can get him to halfway. We can get him to halfway. Realistically, we're probably not supposed to even fight him at this point. He seems like he's like here to like scare you. But also, am I one to back away from a challenge? Not ever. Not ever. And knowing that I can get him to half health is something that I kind of think is cool. And also, there isn't like I get a big advantage or bonus from being able to successfully get up behind him, because I wonder where we're supposed to attack him with the stance break. Like, genuinely. I wonder where I'm supposed to attack him with stance break. Oh. Damn it. That was just dumb. So he gets down, ready for me to attack him. I'm wondering if maybe I have to stand somewhere else. It would be nice if it did the thing that happens in Sekiro, where it just like does a big red spot, so you know that if you press the button there, it'll do the thing. I mean, maybe it does do that, and I just haven't noticed that yet. Not like a giant red spot, but maybe like there is a visual marker that it's going to actually do the stance break animation. God, I love the trees coming down in the distance as well, like when he runs into them. That's so sick. I don't like that. That's not sick. Don't attack me. That's not sick. Oh, I got stuck on a rock. Flawless victory. Flawless victory. That helmet doesn't even have any eye holes. How does he even know where to go? How does he even know where to go? One thing that I just really want to figure out about this whole thing is where to stand for his stance break. That's kind of the big one. Dude, no! Just keep looking the other way. Just keep looking the other way. I'm wondering if I have to even be crouched. You don't even have to be crouched. You just walk up behind him. Crouching is a lie. Oh, what the fuck? He changed his attack. I swear to God. What the fuck? I was expecting a different attack there. What the hell? Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think when there's, like, when he gets you in this position where he has you on the run, he, like, easily overwhelms you and kills you. But there's one that if you just, like, successfully manage your, like, dodges and timings periodically, then you can be the one to beat him, maybe. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. Okay, maybe not charging. Maybe not a good idea. That's also probably not a good idea. Yeah, he literally responds. He literally responds to getting bled with that jump. Oh, that jump sucks. Sometimes it kills me, like then, but most of the time it hasn't. Even though I've had varying degrees of health, so I don't even know how that shield attack decides to deal damage. But it just, like, I've had less than full health and it hasn't killed me, and then, I don't know. Dude, the sun poking through, like, the light while it, like, softly rains. Like, what are you locking onto? Oh my... What the fuck? It locked onto a goat! Alright. Did you see that? I think you can use the environment to your advantage here. I've already given up on this attempt, by the way, so I'm just waiting to die. When he attacked, I think his thing hit the stake instead, and it stayed in the air. That's interesting. It just wouldn't stop locking onto, I think, a goat in the distance. Oh, that's fun. Face me, coward. Let's go. What are you doing? Alright, get out of there, I can't see. Ugh. Oh, that didn't do damage to me. It didn't do damage that time. Was it because I was on a rock? I don't know how to do your stance break, but we also broke his stance. And the shield got us. Shield. Ooh. Terrifying. That shield is terrifying, dude. Don't do shield stuff. Oh. Enemy felled. Tree Sentinel. Golden Halberd. That bleeding, though. Coming in clutch. What did we just get? Where is that? Golden Halberd. Oh yeah, we got the poison armament. I need to read that as well. Oh, it's a weapon! Holy shit. Weighty halberd forged of gold, wielded by the Order of Tree Sentinels, heavily equipped knights, deals holy damage. A masterfully crafted weapon that lives up to its heft, but is difficult for one of mere human strength to wield. Skill, golden vow. Skill passed down from antiquity among the knights of the capital. Raise armament aloft and pledge to honor the Erd Tree in battle, granting self and nearby allies increased attack power and defense. You need 30 strength to wield that bad boy and 12 faith. Wow. Incantation of the Servants of Rot. Enchants armament held in the right hand with poison. This incantation can be cast while in motion. Those who dwell within poison know rot all too well, the death that begets life that comes to all equally. That is to say, it is the cycle of rebirth put into practice. Those who dwell within poison. Miyazaki would know all about that. We defeated the Tree Sentinel! Fuck's sake. And we got a weapon from it. That was cool. Don't sleep on bleeding. Let me tell you. Well, that was fun. Still couldn't figure out where to attack him in when we broke his stance, though. So we still managed with a little bit of a disadvantage there. Church of Ella. This is where the light leads us. Oh my god, it's Santa. Touch Grace. Lost Grace discovered. Fast travel to sites of grace. Oh guys, look, it's the tutorial for fast traveling. Through your map, you can instantly travel to any sites of grace that you've discovered. There are some dungeons and other areas where this cannot be done. Oh god, I hope I don't end up in a place like that. Who knows what would happen if I ended up in a place like that. Hey guys, after 2 hours of progress, I feel like I've barely made any. Strengthening armaments. At a smithing table, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. Andre and a smithing stone. Hello, Santa.
You're a Tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Caelid, purveyor of fine goods.
Caelid. And there's so that's Caelid, and the dude up the other side is Varré, right? He said Varré because it's also got the accent on the end. Ooh, about Caelid and recommendation. Okay, let's learn about you.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only Tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Okay. Recommendation.
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
A crafting kit is your recommendation. Let's have a look. Shop menu. With the shop menu, you can spend runes to purchase various items. You can also sell items for runes. Each merchant stocks a different variety of items for purchase. Ah, yes. The throwing dagger. This auxiliary weapon, used primarily to constrain an enemy's movements, can still be deadly in the right hands. My binoculars, except it's a telescope. Astrology tool used by members of the Carrion royal family, a stolen part of a larger instrument. Allows the viewer to better see faraway things. During the age of the Erd Tree, Carrion astrology withered on the vine. The fate once writ in the night skies had been fettered by the Golden Order. Give me that telescope. Fur-calling finger remedy. It's an online item. Cooperative and competitive multiplayer signs. Co-op summons will be shown in gold, hostile in red. The cracked pot, which is a throwing item apparently. Crafting kit. Let's read that. Leather bag containing a pestle and mortar, small blade, and various other tools. Enables item crafting from the main menu. Provides both means to fight and a means to survive. Give me that. Ooh, cookbook? Okay. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook, a record of crafting techniques left by roaming nomad warriors, contains knowledge for surviving in the face of utter scarcity. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following. Bone arrows and bone bolt. Glowstone, invigorating cured meat and white cured meat. Crafting techniques left by a man who, unable to become a finger maiden, instead became a missionary and went forth to spread holy teachings. Holy water pot and a roped holy water pot. We can buy arrows for 20, which is not too expensive. That's pretty cool. We can also buy some armor. Which, I mean, I need to... Hang on. There we go. I wish we could do a... comparison with what's currently equipped. Note. Flask of Wondrous Physic. A note sold by a nomadic merchant contains information about a flask of Wondrous Physic. About Waypoint Ruins. Oh, so you can buy these that point out something in a specific direction as well. Interesting. I'll do it. I'll buy your stuff. The cookbook I'll do for bone arrows. And then I'll buy some arrows of my own. We can buy up to 75. It does 45 physical damage. I'll buy some. I've got 19. Let me buy like 21. So I'll wield some more. So because I do want to use it. Oh, right. And our torch. Which does have a skill you can use as a weapon. Torch attack. This torch's tip is wrapped in oil-soaked rags and set on fire. I need that. Give me my torch. Perfect. You've been good to me this day. Oh, right, and I can sell you runes if I want to cash in on those. I'm going to save those for later, because I don't even know when I'm going to be able to level up at this point.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
Item crafting. If you have a crafting kit, you can make various items from materials that you find. Select item crafting from the main menu to make items. And learn to make items by getting cookbooks. Containers. You will need cracked pots or other containers to craft certain items. You will not be able to make more of those items than you have containers. Container items will run out with use, but the containers themselves will remain. Oh, that's cool. Item crafting. With the item crafting menu, you can make various items from materials that you find. You can learn to craft more items by finding cookbooks. Alright, so bone arrows do 35, so they're a bit weaker than normal arrows, which makes sense. This one is just with beast bones, this one is just with bones and that. Rainbow stones. Ruin fragment that has undergone some simple processing. Stones such as these shine with the colours of the rainbow, making them useful markers when placed on the ground. Can also be dropped to gauge the distance of a fall. The higher the pitch of the sound, the higher the likelihood of the fall being fatal. So they're like the prism stones. Rower Raisin. Feed to Torrent the spectral steed while riding to restore his HP. Humans are unable to digest rower fruit, I should say. I don't know how it's pronounced yet, but Torrent seems to have a taste for it. Okay, so Torrent is going to be the name of our steed when we get our horse. We feed it to Torrent while riding. There you go. So that lady's going to give it to us. Bone darts. Animal bone sharpened into a knife for throwing. Our fire pot, which we can't make because we need... Oh. Yes. The cracked pots. Right. We need the cracked pots. Alright, we can make some stuff. That's cool. Unlocked item crafting. Use smithing table. Let's strengthen our armament. With the smithing menu, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. You can strengthen your armaments up to +3 at a smithing table. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make them even stronger. Right, so we can use the smithing stone, the basic one, to go up to +3, which we're going to do. Now I need 4 smithing stones to do that. Makes sense. Okay, I see. We've upgraded it once. That's nice. And looks like the light wants us to go over that way, because that's obviously still to Stormvale. Right, and the light is like a pathway between all of the sites of grace. That's quite nice. Alright, we're slowly getting the hang of things. I think with that one, that should be our first episode. That should be our first episode of Elden Ring. It's been a magical and confusing and overwhelming experience off the bat, to say the very least. We went off the beaten path as soon as we were able, and I think we paid the price for it by ending up over there and getting stuck. But luckily we were able to return to defeat the tree sentinel. I have barely made any progress. I told you I'm going to take it slow. We're obviously going to get faster and more efficient as we go on, but this is only the beginning. The tree sentinel we were able to put under our belt at the very least. But it looks like Stormvale, I guess, off to the cliff would be over this side somewhere. So we'll continue to explore the rest of the map, which we have revealed a little bit more. We'll try and explore some more of that open area down that way as well, without getting teleported to another location, and see if we can increase our strength and what else we can discover. It's going to be different for everyone, I'm sure, because if you decide to go straight to Stormvale Castle, you're going to have a very different experience to what I just did. Thank you so much for watching this first episode of Elden Ring, guys. I hope you have enjoyed our first overwhelming episode of the playthrough. It's going to be a long and interesting one, and I can't wait to continue. I'm going to definitely grind out quite a few episodes to get as much out as possible. There will be this is available to everyone immediately. There will be Patreon early access, of course, to future episodes, as this is just going up as soon as it's ready. But for future episodes that you want to see, obviously available through Patreon. And I always appreciate the support, whether you are, subscribed, pledged, all of that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for just even watching this video, and if you made it this far without getting frustrated at my complete lack of progress. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next episode of Elden Ring.